radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Welcome. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? Today's Thursday, August 27th, 2020. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? It's Thursday. That means it's Fadernight. Open lines all night long. That's right. The call-in number, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Open up the lines at the bottom of the hour. Calls coming in already. You want to sit on hold for half an hour? Nah. Ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Nope. Not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. It's Thursday night. This is my favorite night of the week. Lots to talk about tonight. Open lines all night long. It's your show. It's your calls on UFOs, conspiracy, the paranormal, the supernatural, time travel, lost history, guitars, coffee, food, movies. What are you watching now? We've nearly completed 6 seasons. 6 seasons of the show Community. Started in 2010. Joel McHale. Yep. We're in the last season right now, and I think we're bailing. We're bailing. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 were amazing. I believe season 4, the showrunner and creator of the show, Dan Harmon, he gets fired, and literally gets fired, not in the show, on the show, gets fired. Show goes downhill. Unwatchable season 4, which we did. We stuck it out, but it was nearly unwatchable. He comes back for season 5, and it got some of its magic back. Felt pretty good, right? And we get through season 5. Season 6, then it gets dropped from NBC, gets moved over to Netflix for season 6. And even Dan is still there, and the creator of the show. It goes to seriously unfunny. Really bummed about that. But is Community worth watching for seasons 1, 2, and 3? Absolutely. Hilarious. Man, we committed We committed a lot of time to this. What are you watching out there right now? A lot of excitement. There are a couple of a few really good shows that are getting ready to launch next week. We have to wait for it, though. I wish it was this weekend. Oh, well, we have to work. We have to work on the H factor. All right. But anyway, whatever you want to talk about tonight, it is open lines all night long. And we're going to be working on the next few episodes of the H factor this weekend, and we'll have those ready to go and launched by sometime this weekend, probably Sunday night, and get those out there for you. But I know what's coming, and it's pretty cool. So thank you to everybody. You can go to our YouTube channel right now and subscribe, and for the Game Changer Network, and get ready for that. H Factor, more episodes are on their way. And if you want your very own first crystal skull, go and visit Carolyn Ford's website, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. The banners are at JimmyChurchRadio.com right now. You can go do it. Go to her store and look at the amazing crystal skulls she's got right there. Okay? And upon checkout, use the promo code Jimmy, Jimmy. You're going to get 10% off of your crystal skull order. You're going to be able to do that right now today. Go and do it. Help and support the show. If you don't subscribe to our podcast, you should do it. The podcast is just $2 per month, and you get over 1,250, almost 1,300 shows that are right there in the archives, commercial-free, updated every single night right after the show. So when you drive to work in the morning, you've got Fade to Black ready for you right there. You can do it commercial-free. It's just $2 per month. And down over at JimmyChurchRadio.com at the bottom of the page there, we have two big banners. One for the podcast, and then one for memberships. And you can become an official Fadernight today by going to our membership section on the site and signing up right there. All of this helps support the show. Okay? All right. Tonight, premiering the live preview for the Lizzie Borden Murder House. The Dark Zone presents. All right? You can go and do that tonight right after the show. Tomorrow it kicks off, Friday, August 28th, all the way through Monday, August 31st. A 24-hour-a-day, 4-day live stream from the Lizzie Borden Murder House. Get to choose your cameras, go on little ghost hunts, your own little ghost adventure. There's going to be a lot of celebrities stopping by, so you're going to want to go and do that. And you can sign up and check everything out right now at thedarkzone.tv. I made this announcement earlier this week, and this is pretty exciting news, and it's about Disclosure Fest. Disclosure Fest is happening right here in Los Angeles, downtown at the historic Los Angeles Park, right next to Chinatown in downtown LA. It's going down October 10th and 11th. My birthday is the 10th, so come and celebrate with us, okay? This is the deal. 5 stages, open to the public, and they are going to be live streaming, and a documentary film crew is going to be there making a documentary of everything. And so you can come down and participate and hang out. Okay, it's going to live stream around the world. It's 2 days, 5 stages of music, yoga, speakers, art installations, workshops, and virtual exhibitors. All you have to do is go to disclosurefest.org for details. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. That's right. And it's Fadernight. So you know, excuse me, man, something in my throat. Right now, Twitter's on fire. This DiCaprio, by the way, this DiCaprio meme, I gotta say, funny. It's a funny meme. As far as memes go, that one just makes you laugh. That's pretty funny. Go and check out hashtag F2B the Sandbox, and you can see what everybody's posting right now. There's probably, let's see, what happened right before the show? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 gifts posted in the sandbox right before the show, and they're all great. All right, go and check it out right now. Hashtag Gift2B. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Hashtag Gift2BQ is Fade to Black questions. If you have a question, post it right there at hashtag Gift2BQ. You can also email throughout the show, Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. Let's get to the breaking news. Hurricane Laura. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Hurricane Laura has weakened into a tropical storm earlier this morning. It made landfall near Cameron, Louisiana, as a Category 4 hurricane. So far, at least 4 deaths have been reported, as well as widespread damage. More than 800,000 customers in Louisiana and Texas don't have power as of right before the show. And earlier today, a large fire erupted at Biolab's Lake Charles chemical plant outside of Lake Charles following Hurricane Laura's passage through the area. Incredible images and video coming out of Louisiana and Texas right now. And our thoughts and prayers are with everybody affected by Hurricane Laura. Tremendous storm. All right. I got some local breaking news for you that's affecting the world and the wallet of one individual. The grocery store wars. Bet you didn't know how it was going on, did you? But they're heating up right now as Amazon launches its first grocery store under the Amazon Fresh banner. Located right here, down the street from our studio in Woodland Hills, California. The store features national brands, produce, meat, seafood, and prepared foods, including fresh baked bread, made-to-order pizzas, rotisserie chickens, and hot sandwiches. That's right. It will also offer same-day pickup and free Amazon.com returns for packaged or packageless merchandise. Only invited customers will be allowed to visit the store right now, with plans to open up the location to the public very soon, in about 3 weeks. Emailed invitations will be sent to select customers. Obviously, I'm not one. I spend a lot of money on Amazon, too. I do. It's a lonely day when you don't get an Amazon box. Right? But after today's announcement, Jeff Bezos became the first person to be worth over $200 billion. That's a lot of dosh. That's a lot of ducks quacking in the pond. How much money is that? It's $125 billion more than second place. And who's in second place? Bill Gates, with a paltry $75 billion. That's what you need to do. Open up a grocery store. Look what happens. All right, here we go. This is the crazy news of the day. Saw this one coming, so here it is. Abbott Laboratories received emergency use authorization from the FDA for its coronavirus rapid test, which sells for only $5 and provides results in 15 minutes. Now, this test, known as Binex Now COVID-19 AG card, tests for the coronavirus infection and is the size of a credit card. The test kit comes with a mobile app that can be used with an iPhone or an Android device called Naviga. Write that down. The app displays coronavirus test results as a renewable temporary digital health pass. Naviga will allow for the verification of coronavirus test results for entry and travel that require a negative coronavirus test. Did you hear what I just said? Right? Think about that. Let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today, guitar god, Alex Lifeson. Today, 67 years old. They call me the working man. Vic Mignogna, today, is 58, Captain Kirk. Patrick J. Adams, today, is only 39 years old, star of Suits. Bassist Tim Bogert, today, 76, played in that supergroup Beck, Bogert, and Appice. That's right, with Jeff Beck and Carmine. Is it Appice? Is it a piece? I don't know. And lastly, the captain of Captain and Tennille, Daryl Dragon, today is 78 years old. On this day in history, OTD, 1883, the most powerful volcanic eruption in recorded history occurs in Krakatoa. Heard 3,000 miles away, the explosions threw 5 cubic miles of earth 50 miles into the air, created 120-foot tsunamis, and killed 36,000 people. Horrible. Fader fact. On average, okay, man, I love doing fader facts. I do. Listen to this one. On average, blondes and brunettes have the most hair. They tend to have an average of 150,000 hairs on their heads. Black hair, different from brunettes. Jet black hair averages 110,000. Right? A third less. While the average redhead has only 90,000. And we don't know why. There you go. Bet you didn't know that. That's crazy, isn't it? That is absolutely nuts. And that's your Fader fact. Tonight is another Fader night with open lines all night long. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. That's a great shot of Alex Lifeson. Is that... Oh, that's not his C. That's a Les Paul, right? That's a Gibson Les Paul, and I'm sure that's a nice one. But that's not the Alex Lifeson Les Paul. The Alex Lifeson Les Paul has one of them on it. Got a Floyd Rose. That's why I want one of those Alex Lifeson Les Pauls. Or I'm looking at the Kramer. Kramer has got a Les Paul knockoff with the Floyd Rose and a long scale maple neck, which you don't get. So you're going to see one of those in here pretty soon. And there's a reason for that. Rita's like, no, Oh, yeah. Sometimes I got to go guitar shopping. Man's got to do what he's got to do. Women, they go buy purses, they buy shoes, they feel better, buy some clothes, buy some jewelry. They feel better. Something, for me, it's guitars. Got to do it. We got to keep this show on the air. Is that Sebastian Bach? What's that? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. What's this meme say? What does it say? Don't cut your hair. That's funny. All right. I got to hit this River Moon Coffee. RiverMoonCoffee.com. Fade to Black Blend. That's right. Visit RiverMoonCoffee.com. The banners are at Jim. That's why Jimmy Church gives me hair envy. I give everybody hair envy. Always have. I was blessed. I mean, I'm 56. I'm getting ready to turn 57 years old. And this hair will not stop growing. I don't have any gray hair. It just grows and grows, and it just won't stop. It's thick. It's crazy. And wow, right? So, yeah. Oh, is that the Alex Lifeson Les? Yeah, there it is. That's the guitar right there. That thing is so sweet. Yeah, that's cool. I got to get me one of those. Hey, Tirana, send me one for my birthday. It's October 10th. I'll sign for it if you send it. I'll make sure. I'll hook you up with some Fade to Black gear. I will. All right. Yeah. 747-228-2051. I'm going to open up the phone lines at the bottom of the hour. Tonight is Fadernight. And, all right. Here you go. Can we talk? So as we are about to enter our 9th month of our parallel world reality, I spent today surfing through the news, going around and checking out the news for tonight's show. This morning, Hurricane Laura made landfall. Devastating images. And it's the last thing we needed right now, and I realize that. All of this overlapping the rest of the craziness that is gripping both our nation and the rest of the world. Then I watched a video of one of the people who were shot and killed 2 days ago in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Turns out that he was a registered sex offender and a pedophile. In the video, he's walking around asking to be shot. Well, he got what he asked for. And it made me wonder what was going through his mind. Did he know that he was about to die in a few minutes? You can clearly see that he's absolutely insane. This person should not be on the loose, on the streets. This is a fact. And you can see it in the video. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Then I read the news about Belarus. It turns out that Putin, president of Russia, has troops on standby and ready to move in because of a rigged election that Russia supported, by the way. And right now, the citizens are pissed off and they are rioting across the country. And it's insane what is going down right now in Belarus. Now, I'll leave out all of the political headlines. That's a whole nother alternate reality, and you'll have to sort out all of that on your own. But today, the White House says that it is creating a very large dossier on Washington Post journalists and others who are, a quote from the White House, a disgrace to journalism and the American people, end quote. Right there. Boom. What's going on? It's one insane story, event, and headline after another. And this is where, for me, it just got to be too much. As I surfed around the news media from here and around the world, I saw that each one has a different view of the world. Some barely mentioned Hurricane Laura. Others did. Some didn't mention the Republican National Convention. Others did. Kenosha, it's weird. And the different reporting of the facts was shocking. The media, and it doesn't matter their location on this planet, is actually trying to paint their own picture of the world, your world. They want confrontation. They want the divide. They want the violence. They want to have the images and video during each minute of their news broadcast, their feeds, their websites. And this is precisely when I had a revelation. I figured out what to do. A solution that would fix everything. We should have pillow fights. That's right. Pillow fights. Trump and Biden. Pillows. Go at it. The protests going on in the streets of America and around the world. Everyone gets a pillow. Feathers flying. Don Lemon versus Tucker Carlson. Pillow fight. I'd pay to see that. A knockdown, drag-out party in the streets. Down or artificial fluff. It doesn't matter. Have at it. Pillow-carrying protesters marching in Washington, D.C., straight towards Homeland Security. Both sides armed with Simmons Beauty Rest absolutes. Think about it. Russian troops rolling into Belarus, heading towards Minsk. That's right. Armed with goose down. Facing the citizens of Minsk with pillows. It's winners go home, losers have to sweep up the mess. That's right. We'll give the media what they want, amazing footage to flood their news feed. The clicks on YouTube would go through the roof. Advertisers would be so happy. Listen to me. It's time to stop the madness. Enough is enough. Seriously. Pillow fights would save the world. Right now. And before you think I'm joking, I am not. In fact, I think Trump and Biden should have to wear their jammies too. Pay-per-view. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fadernight. It's Thursday. It's open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Open lines all night long. It's your show. Your phone calls. UFOs, conspiracy, paranormal, time travel, supernatural, lost history, guitars, tacos, music, all the fun stuff. Whatever you want to talk about. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Network and KGRA The Planet. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Man, I would do it. I swear. If you think about it, I would show up. For me. I'd take my 20-pound memory foam killer pillow for that smackdown. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Teppy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. The Dark Zone presents another epic live streaming event from America's most famous haunted crime scene, the Lizzie Borden Murder House. A 4-day live streaming event, August 28th through the 31st, 2020. Following the smash success of the first-of-its-kind live streaming event at the Conjuring House, the Dark Zone Network is proud to present a worldwide interactive live streaming event from the notorious double murder scene, the Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. This is the perfect warm-up for Halloween. Full access to the continuous around-the-clock 4-day event is just $19.99. Discounted tickets are on sale now, and you can check out the free preview on Thursday, August 27th. For more information and to watch the Lizzie Borden Murder House live, please visit thedarkzone.tv or just click on the banners at jimmychurchradio.com. That's www.thedarkzone.tv.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. GetTheTea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years, and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's GetTheTea.com. GetTheTea.com. The tea that makes you go.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Faded Black, I'm your host, Jimmy Church. RivermoonCoffee.com. It's the best. All right. It's Fadernight, 747-228-2051. I got to get jacked up for the show. Now, I want to do an unboxing live on the show. We're going to do that before I get to the phone calls. And earlier this week, I was out in the urban warfare madness that is Los Angeles today, and I went to a survival store, which are open and brisk business, I might add, with some price gouging going on. But nonetheless, I went to a survival store, and I walked in. I said, "Hey, I need some stuff. I need to make sure I can survive the apocalypse." He said, "Hey, you came to the right place." I said, "I know that I did. I felt it." And he said, "There's only one thing that you need." I said, "What's that?" He said, "You need your official beast Sasquatch survival tool." I said, "What? They make such a thing?" And he said they do. I said, "Do you have them?" He said, "I do." I said, "All right, I'll take it. How much is it?" He said, $100. Wow, the Beast Sasquatch survival tool for $100. And I can survive the apocalypse. He said, "You can." I said, "Well, where is it?" He said, "It's right here." Whoop! And he whipped it out. And there it is. The Beast Sasquatch survival tool. And so here it is. It's official. I got it. Paid the guy $100, left, came home, and could not wait to whip this out on Fadernight. It's got all the instructions, nice packaging, really nice. Isn't that nice? And so I'm going to take out my little mini box knife, and let's unbox this thing. Let's do that. And then let's do this and not cut myself on the air. Don't want to do that, right? The Sasquatch Beast Survival Tool. That's right. He said it's guaranteed for me to survive the apocalypse. Oh, wow. It comes with, that's nice. Comes with a keychain. Little snap-on keychain thingy, right? What do they call those with mountain climbing? Okay, so there it is. The official Beast Sasquatch survival tool. It's got a hatchet right here. See this? You can cut down trees. Cut down trees, firewood. That's what that's for. Might take a while, but you can do that. And bottle opener. Got to be able to open your beer. It's got a saw. Can cut down trees. So once you cut down the tree, then you can chop your firewood right there. And it's got a little Sasquatch right there in the thing. You see that right there? I don't know what that's for, but that's there too. It's got a little socket. That's cool. What else does it do? I don't think it does anything else. But if I need to do any of those things, there you go. The official Beast. There it is. All right. Thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, there it is. You guys are good. See, there it is. Right there. That's it. You found it online. So it looks pretty technical and complicated, doesn't it? Well, there it is. Right there. All right. All right. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. 747-228. It's a carbiner. That's good. Is Jimmy okay? I'm in a great mood. I'm ready for a pillow fight. Carabiner? Is that what it's called? This is called a carabiner? Where does it go on this, though? Does it go... Well, there's only one place for it to go. I guess it goes in the thing, right? So it goes like this. Opens up here. I suppose it goes like this. That's kind of clumsy. But there's no other spot for it to go on. Or does it go in the little hexagon wrench area? Maybe it goes there. It might be cooler looking, too, if it goes there. Now I can't get it back off. Okay, so you go whoop, 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 whoop. There it is. I am good to go. It'll always be on my key ring. So when I lose my keys, I won't be able to survive the apocalypse. But just in case. There it is. All right. 747-228. You paid how much for that? I know, right? Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Epiphonium from Dayton, Ohio, directly under the flight path of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. How you doing?
Oh, right on. What's your name again? I don't even know if I can spell that.
Epiphonium.
What does that mean?
I have a guitar.
That's what it is, right? Epiphone?
Epiphone.
Clever. So I guess, what would I call myself? Stratophonian?
That'd work.
Floyd.
If you're gonna do the thing on the internet, you need to have a unique name, and I came up with a name that no other normal thinking human would use.
And it sounds like a new version of an accordion. What do you play? What is that called? That's called an epiphonium. Oh man, is it your own invention? I did. Wow, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, hold on.
I have an Epiphone guitar and an Epiphone mandolin and a couple other things.
What kind of guitar?
Les Paul copy thing.
Well, they make some really good ones, actually. Do you have one from Korea?
It's Japan.
So you got the Japan. Ooh. What color?
It's not sunburst.
What, cherry?
Yeah, cherry sunburst.
Oh, that's a nice guitar, man. And it's got
It's too freaking heavy. I'm getting old. It's too heavy to carry around.
Yeah, I know. My Les Paul that I have, it looks great on the wall. It does. It looks great.
Exactly.
It's amazing to look at. I look at it all the time. I just look at it. I keep it right here to my left, and I just look over and I go, "Man, you're gorgeous, but you're just too heavy. You're just too heavy."
If I play it on the couch, I play it face down.
That's funny. Oh, that is. They do make good coffee tables, by the way. That's true too as well. But Epiphone is great, and same thing with you remember Kalamazoo guitars?
Yes, from the same place Gibsons were made.
That's right.
But better.
Yeah, some say that, right? Some say that, but congratulations, man. What's on your mind tonight?
Nothing really. I just wanted to say I'm so glad to be here and talking to you, and go Becky Tepley.
Right on.
I have to go listen, and I don't want to miss anything.
Okay. Well, Epiphonium, you got the coolest name ever.
Have another great show. Have another great show, man.
Thank you. And have a great night. Go Beckley Teppy.
Cool. Go Becky Tepley.
Right on. And you know what's great about that phone call right there? Just wanted to call to say hello and just let me know. Epiphonium. That's a great name. Thank you for that. And he's got Epiphone. Epiphone makes some cool stuff. And I almost pulled the trigger. I know he's listening. I almost pulled the trigger. It was about 2 years ago. Epiphone released an SG custom binding on the neck. You know, it's the mahogany body, that wine colored, that burgundy classic SG with binding down the neck and the correct fret markers and everything. And I just looked, oh man, that is just a cool guitar. And I didn't pull the trigger. Wanted to, didn't do it. Oh, Triscale's got is that an Epiphone double neck? Is that your studio? Holy crap. Triscale. Are you kidding me? Full Marshall stack. Little mini Marshall on top of, is that the Marshall 20-watt head, all tube head? That's a good head. On top of a Fender Twin, Marshall full stack. He's got like a Fender Blues DeVille or something in front of that. And then he's got the double neck. Look at the soundproof. What a gorgeous studio. Dude, you got it going on, man. Look at that. Holy crap. Fadernight. Are you guys looking at what Triscale just posted? Look at that. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Oh, man, sorry about that. Hold on, mute. Ta-da. You got to love it. You got to love it, man. I'm excited. Triscale. Holy crap, that's just absolutely amazing. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
No, it's Mark from Dallas. What's happening?
Hey, this is Noah's Ark from Dallas.
Mark from Dallas.
Noah's Ark. It's Noah's Ark. I didn't know you were that close to Hurricane Laura.
I'm way closer than I wanted to be, I'll tell you that.
Are you guys seeing any action yet?
You know, man, Texas is just such a huge place. I've got maybe a half inch of rain out of the deal. And it pretty much skated east of us. I was supposed to go to Galveston and hang out for about a week. either next week or the week after, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to go now. But,
right.
That was a bad one, man. That was a bad one.
It was. I mean, there is never landfall of a Hurricane 4, and it's a good day. It's that.
Yeah.
No.
God hates me for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Are you on Twitter? Are you looking at Dry Scale's pic? Did you see this image he just posted of his studio? Dude, it's going to make you
but
cry.
I need to find it.
No, it's going to make you cry. He's got in this picture. Check this out, Mark. It's his studio, which is obviously a studio, right? He's got all the soundproofing and the wall treatments.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you looking at it now?
No, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, he's got a full Marshall stack. He's got the little mini 20-watt Class A Marshall all-tube head. He's got that on top of a Fender Twin. In front of that, in front of the Fender Twin, he's got that. I don't know if that's a Blues DeVille or one of those reissues from the 50s, but he's got that sitting there. And then he's got the Epiphone double neck sitting there.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Man, that is a great picture. All right. So what's on your mind tonight?
Some money sitting there, too,
There's
brother.
some money sitting there. That's that is a money shot. That is a money shot.
Man, I missed a couple of weeks ago. You were talking about movies, and I missed it. Dang it! And I was wanting to call in and talk about one of my favorite actors, and I figured I would maybe break that out tonight and see if you want to talk about it. But this is a guy that's kind of flown under the radar his entire career. This dude's got to be in his 60s now. He's been around forever, and it's the great Ed Harris.
Oh yeah, Ed Harris is amazing. Always has been. Always has.
So I started naming some of these movies, and I'm like, damn, these are some of my favorite movies of all time. And Ed Harris the guy's a genius. The guy is so good, and for some reason he just doesn't come up as one of the top actors in Hollywood. And I don't know why that is, because I think he should be regarded as one of the top. And maybe he is, man. Maybe he is out there. I'm just underrating him.
You know what?
I don't know.
You know what? In the industry, people respect and he's there. Ed Harris has got all the respect of actors and his the people around him. There's no question about that. I do agree with you that when people are talking about De Niro, right? They're talking about Orson Welles. They're name dropping. Yep. They're bringing up the big stuff, right? Kubrick and you're dropping all this stuff. You should be talking about Ed Harris in those conversations. Jack Nicholson, Ed Harris. You know what I mean? He needs to be right there. I agree.
So I agree 100%. So I started going back and writing these down, some of these movies. And do you remember the movie Needful Things?
Saw it, loved it.
The Stephen King movie,
yeah.
When he played the sheriff of that town. And I'm like, and I just immediately loved that movie when I saw that movie's old. That movie, I guess it goes back to the 80s. But he made that movie what it was. He did a great job. And of course, in Apollo 13, he played, what was the dude's name now? The project coordinator, the dude with the flat top. I can't remember.
Brain
farting out.
The mission. He was the mission commander.
That's him. And did an outstanding job. Glenn Ross.
Man, exactly. That's what I was going to mention. Incredible. He was really good. There was another movie, I've got to think about it, where he played, it was it Boiler Room? Where he played, they had a phone room, a phone bank. And they were selling property. They were selling parcels of land. Not Glenn Ross, but
something like that.
And it was excellent. What about Enemy at the Gates? Oh man.
Oh yeah, great movie. Well, and I mean, one of my and there's some movies, man, that you'll be flipping around the TV and you'll see a certain movie on that you've seen 100 times, and you're like, nope, I'm stopping down. I'm going to watch it again.
Right.
And that movie would be The Abyss for me.
Right.
And he was in, of course, he was the major role in that movie, The Abyss, which is just a fantastic, still holds up to this day. I think it's a great movie.
He was in The Firm, China Moon, The Stand.
The Stand. I forgot about The Stand.
That's
I forgot
right.
all about that.
He was in The Rock. What about The Truman Show?
Yep.
He stole The Truman Show. That was his movie.
That was his movie, yeah.
Yeah, people think it was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey had nothing to do with that movie. That was
Ed
all
Harris
about.
was the genius.
That was all about
Absolutely.
The Prime Gig.
But,
The Prime Gig. That's the movie I'm talking about.
Okay.
The Prime Gig.
What, man? I don't know that movie.
You need to watch it, man. It's
I will watch it.
It's a telesales con man finds the ultimate racket. You've got to watch it, man. That's The Prime Gig.
I'm in.
That's Ed Harris at his finest. At his finest.
I'm going to Netflix that. Well, I guess my all-time favorite movie that he was in was The Right Stuff.
Yeah, The Right Stuff. He's really good in Westworld. I don't know if you watched it.
Oh, well, man.
Yeah, he's really
good.
good.
Funny. Are you crazy? Of course I watched that show. That show is, God, show's incredible. But, I'm thinking this guy has played a lawman. I've done that. He convinced me. He's played a cowboy. I've done that. He convinced me. He's played all these parts that I've kind of done some of those, and I'm like, the guy's pretty good. He's getting the props, man. He's not bad.
Well, he's starring in the new Top Gun movie that's coming out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's right. You got to be on your game, man. You got to be on your game.
Bro.
Mark, you're calling in to Fade to Black. You got to be ready to go.
Baby.
Man, if you're calling in about Ed Harris, you got to be able to go, Ed Harris is in the new Top Gun. You know that, right? You need to be able to say those things.
Mountain?
Yeah.
Where's my Mountain Dew, man?
Val Kilmer comes back. You know this, right? Val Kilmer's playing Iceman.
What?
I'm not making it. No, I'm serious. Val Kilmer is in the new Top Gun movie. He's playing Iceman. Jennifer Connelly is in this one. Miles Teller is in it. It's gonna be pretty good.
I'm afraid the ice melted for Val Kilmer about 20 years ago, brother.
So there's so we got Tom Cruise's Maverick, Miles Teller plays Rooster, Val Kilmer plays Iceman, Glenn Powell plays Hangman, Monica Barbaro plays Phoenix. We got a female gonna come back and take things over. We got Jay Ellis plays Payback. I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
Dude, I'll watch it. It's going to be so cheesy. It's going to be such a dairy product, but I'm still going to watch the heck out of it. I guarantee I will.
Yeah. She's in the trailer too. Monica Barbaro playing Phoenix. But that's pretty good. I really like what's his name? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Jay Ellis. Yeah, he's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll see.
Man, has this? You may have some better info than me on this, but how has this COVID affected the movie industry?
It shut it down.
Completely, right?
Yeah, it shut it down. Well, all of the you have to get special permits. I mean, the movie business is already, productions, it's already expensive to do. And all of the movie companies, when they're at that stage, they're not making any money yet. They haven't sold any tickets. So everything is an investment, and they have to watch their costs. They're always doing that. The bottom line, they can't let things run away from them. And so when you introduce all of the things that you have to do, the checklist for a COVID movie set, and the protections and the sound, because you've got literally in some of these movies, you've got hundreds of people all enclosed in on a sound stage, out in the open is another thing, but you still have hundreds and hundreds of people. So that part of it shut down. There are some very small things that are shooting. If you've got one cameraman, one sound person, no catering, a couple of actors in front of you and a director, and you've got 5 or 10 people, you can get away with that. But who does that, right? So
you can't make any money doing that.
No, what is in production is if you shot last year and you got everything done and in the can by January 1st, then you're able to go and do your editing, because an editor is sitting in a room by himself with a director or somebody else, in cutting the film. Yeah. Same thing with sound. Same thing with special effects. You can do all of that independently. So the post-production stuff, if they have stuff to work on, right? If it was already shot and handed off to them, that can move forward. That's why we're still going to see some things release yet this year. We've got 3 series that are being released the first week of September 3rd. I think there's 3 big series that are being launched. One called, what's it called? Surviving the Wolves? It's on HBO. Oh man, that looks really, really, really good. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. But so post-production is still moving.
Well, I know Avatar 2 is supposed to be in the can, and they're like editing it right now. This must have killed that. You imagine how much money would they have in Avatar 2, and they may not even be able to release the thing. Man.
Well, see, but this is, and you bring up a really good point. When you go through the trailers of a movie, and most people don't, and I understand, that's okay. But go to a movie like Avatar or any of the, the big budget movies that are coming out, and go down and look at every name and start counting that is in the credits. You're talking about 300, 400, 500 people. And each one of them is making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, $100,000 a year. And you go and you look at that list and you go, well, that's why the movie costs $200 million to make. Look how many people are employed here. Look at the amount of animation. You'll see animation, lighting and animation shadows, right? Just doing shadows. Oh, wow. Just doing shadows in the movie, and you got 30 people. And so those people are what not only keep a movie going, but they keep the economy going here in Burbank, right? Yeah. This is, and Sherman Oaks and Woodland Hills and North Hollywood and Van Nuys, all these little, Toluca Lake, these little Glendale, these little communities that we have around here that are all. It's set dressers. It's set dressers, costuming, makeup, hair, animation, editors, camera, sound. It's hundreds of thousands of people, and that's what keeps the economy here running too, as well. Yeah. So always something to think about. Mark, I got to get to a break, man. Enjoy your night.
Brother, I know you're up against it.
No, go and watch. What was the movie called?
Yeah, tell me that one more time.
I just gave it to you. What, I got to go back now?
It started with the word "the."
Oh, man. You're so fired. I don't have it up here now.
I'm worthless.
Why would I have it up here? It was...
I don't know. I'll find it.
Ed Harris. Check around the year 2000 on IMDb. I'll talk to you.
That's the way I'll find it, brother. All right, brother. Hang in there. Bye.
Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. That was Mark from Dallas, always calling in to cause a little bit of trouble. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. It is Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It's called Raised by Wolves. I am really looking forward to that. Oh, is it Cinemax? I thought it was HBO. It's Fade to Black. I'll be right back.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein the Ancient Crystal Skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And this is Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
Yes.
We are also Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. That's the number. 747-228-2051. Open lines. It's Fadernight. It's Thursday. It's your calls, your conversation, UFOs, time travel, conspiracy, the paranormal, supernatural, guitars. Love talking guitars. Love talking guitars. Every night after one of these Fader nights, you know, I'll get home, get ready to eat. I'm in a good mood. Everything's good. And then I get the look from Rita. No more guitar talk. More UFOs. I'm like, honey, it's open lines. I can't control. The audience wants to talk guitars. Can't help that. Yes, you can. Tell them no guitar talk. I kid. Not really. It's a pillow fight. Pillow fight. Okay. During the break, I got a text. And let me tell you something. It's a first-time text. I have never received a text like this in my life. It finally happened today, August 27th. And here it is. It's see, Rita just sent me a text. Stop making stuff up. I said I kid. Not really. See, pillow fight. I just got a text from my daughter. And she says, we're watching you right now on Facebook Live. It's never happened. Tonight. And she said, can you give us a shout out? So, hello, Diana. Hello, Savan. This is a really cool text. I want to say this before I get back to the phone calls. Savan, we were neighbors. And their house was in back of ours. We had a big concrete block wall in between our houses, and Diana's friends with the family and things. And one day, middle of the summer, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go check out what's going on over there. I hadn't met Savan, haven't met her family yet or anything like that. So I go over to the brick wall, and it's like this high, and I peek over the top, and they got a pool. In-ground pool, and they're all sitting around in lounge chairs with cool drinks. This is 15 years ago. It's 2005. And it's hot. And I'm looking at them, and they're all relaxing by the pool, and I'm hot. And I walked away, and then I said, no. So I turned around, and I climbed up on this brick wall, stood up. I'm fully clothed. In front of Savan, her brothers, her sisters, my daughter, and Savan's mom, and they're all there. And I jumped into their pool off of the brick wall with my clothes on. Whew! Splash! Climbed out of the pool, felt great, climbed on the brick wall, walked away. How you doing, Savan? I just told the story. There you go. All right. Let me see here. Let's get back to the phones. And again, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And we are going to go here next. That's the beauty of this. Unscreened. Let's just see what's happening. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Yes, you're live.
Hi, this is Laura from De Pere, Wisconsin.
From where, Wisconsin?
De Pere.
Where's that?
It's right close to Green Bay. It's essentially Green Bay. It's a little suburb.
Oh, you're way up there.
Yeah.
Okay, away from the madness?
Yes. Well, we have our own form of madness going on, and it involves E.T.
Oh, really?
A lot of it up here.
Oh,
yeah. And
yeah,
I've been, I've been sitting on this story for about a year now, processing it, and it does involve your show. And it goes way back. My first sighting was in 2008, and it was going down over Lake Michigan, and it was so quick, and yet I thought, that's got to be E.T. It doesn't look like secret space. Sat on that for a long time. Finally, you had a show one night. It was June 19th, 2018, and you had psychic Chris Medina on.
Yep.
And he was amazing. And I was early in the show, and it was ask one question. So I said, was it us or them? And he said it was E.T. And he said, my guides want to expand my mind. He said, so you're going to be seeing more of them. Pay attention. So I thought, okay, well, we'll see.
All right.
Time goes by. July 31st, 2019, I happened to call your show because one of my friends, a group of us are psychic. We have different various abilities. I have a friend that's really talented. She can take an image and probe it and get information. So I called about the Tic Tac. And I don't want to go into that right now because that's a whole other thing, but I told the show basically what her reading was. Then, 3 days later, it was the August 3rd, 2019. It was the night of the Stephen Greer CE5 night. You're supposed to go between 9 and 12 and go out and commune. I've never done that. I don't know even the protocol. All I did, we got home. It was late. I went out in the backyard. My husband went to the bathroom. He said, don't get abducted, haha. And trust me, the ones I saw were not abductee kind. There was nothing like that involved. So I went out there in my little robe, and I said, I threw my arms up in the air. I said, Universal Cousins, I'm ready to see you. Sat down in the chair. A few minutes went by. All of a sudden I saw a flashing white, bright, almost bluish quality light. And I stood up and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. All of a sudden there's 3 flat circles. And they're about a foot apart. And they're all in unison, and they're just crawling. They're right over my head. They came at me slowly, like somebody running, like jogging. Slowly crawled up, and as these lights were in unison, they would open and close like in the aperture of a camera, slowly opening and closing, like whoom, whoom. And sparkly, it's so hard to describe, almost like light crystals moving inside of these, but they're flat, defying the laws of gravity, no sound, right above my head. I could have thrown a rock at them. I'm thinking, this is it. I didn't run. I didn't have fear. I got a download, and they were watching the fireworks. It was the family night at Lambeau Field, and I said, you guys are watching the fireworks. Because what they did is they projected an image of when you're a child and you're in the back seat of the car and you're coming home as a kid and you're going home after seeing fireworks. That's what they gave me. So I'm like, and I said, you're so beautiful. And I said, thank you. And they did this little pause, and then they just, I got to the door. I was like, just in the moment, I got to the door and I yelled, Mike, and he was in the bathroom and he got out there. But by the time he got out there, they had been pretty high in the sky. So at first I was like, oh, very emotional. And he said, that's a plane. And then he had his binoculars. He said, that's not a plane. What is that? I said, it's
right
down here.
Right.
And I'm not kidding. It gets more crazy. It gets more crazy. And I thank your show for this whole thing because you're part of this with me. I couldn't access anything other than the fact that they just saw the fireworks. That's all I could get. But I have a friend, like I said, this girl, she's super talented. I called her. I said, we have an emergency. You're going to have to, probe this. She was able to get in. She said they were looking at the fireworks. I said, yes, that's what they were doing. And then she said, I said, who were they? She said, get this? They said little greens. And I've only heard one other person use that description before, and there's some other people that we know in Madison. And they said they caused their brain to hurt. She said both sides of the brain always are lit up, and that's how they communicate. And they're waiting for humans to discover that they too can do this. And then they scanned myself as well as my husband. There wasn't a beam or anything. I wasn't even aware of that. But they scanned us because they said that they sense no danger from us. So to me, that means that obviously some humans are dangerous for them. And then they said they can make themselves visible or not depending on what is observing them. So that was interesting. Okay, here's where it gets crazier.
I'm waiting. I can't imagine it getting crazier. But this is the thing.
No,
you have to think about what's going on here. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, it's the cheese. It's got to be the cheese. But anyway, continue.
don't even like the Packers or the Chiefs. Oh, anyway, I wasn't raised here, so okay. So then I told my book club about it, and you know they're very understanding because my book club is a bunch of professionals and teachers and educators, all kinds of business owners, but we all happen to have certain psychic abilities to different degrees. So we read a lot of esoteric books, and so that wasn't even it was wonderful to have that. So I told them, and the very next month, because we meet once a month, we're in their beautiful sunroom, 3-window sunroom. All of a sudden, we're finishing it out. We always finish with a prayer. Lights start in the woods, like blinking, these lights. And we were like, did you see the lights? And then all of a sudden, a big one came down, size of a beach ball. And it hung there in air, and then it blasted the whole room with light like it, what do you call, power up? It was, and everybody went, whoa! And I knew instantly that it was E.T., but it wasn't the same ones. I didn't know. The quality of the light, once you see that light, it has such a whitish quality blue. The thing about the light, too, is it doesn't, a flashlight will leave a beam of light? These don't. So it's almost like it's a metaphysical, trans-dimensional kind of situation. I don't know. But anyway, so all the members were fired up, and they're like, okay. So two of the gals could probe, get into it, and then they were Arcturans. And they were in the area, and they noticed our energy of the prayers, I guess, and the light. They can somehow sense that. And they came over because they were curious. So I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm not even going to get into all the stuff that we found out about that because it's a whole other thing. And it's private because it's our sacred club. I don't feel the right to, because I didn't get that information.
Right.
So then my life got weirder. 5 months later, January 23rd, 2019, I went in for my regular energy checkup that I get done every so often because I have abilities and I can feel crystals and I have different things. I just kind of go and just have my chakras checked, and I just kind of checkups like you do at the doctor's office. Well, I've been doing this for years now, and I was never aware that this particular person could channel. She never did it before in front of me. We never talked about it. Didn't even talk about the ET thing. That was like, whatever, it's over, All of a sudden, I'm laying on the table, and her voice shifts, goes deep and slow, and it says, "Are you aware your DNA has been activated?" And I'm sitting there going, oh, my God, it can't be. I said, no. And my brain was whizzing, and I said, was it the first sighting or second? And they said, backyard, when you had the encounter with the ship. And they said, we are able to track you now. And I thought, well, that doesn't sound good.
Right.
And then I said, well, yeah. And then I said, will I see you again? And they said, you can see us at the darkest point of night between 2 and 4 o'clock. And I said, can I hear you? And then this is interesting. They said, you hear us not with your ears, but with your heart. And I said, what can I do for you? I'm winging this. I didn't know. I didn't know. I woke up in the morning I was going to be talking to E.T. And they said, nothing. This is a gift for you. And then I said, will you visit again? And they said, when we are able to. And I said, what's your name? And then all of a sudden my friend's voice came back in, and she said, it sounds like a tape recorder when you put it in fast rewind, like high-pitched squealing, like, but mixed in with seconds of voices, but you couldn't make out any words. It was just like that. And then I said, are there other people I know who have this activation in my clubs? And they said yes, and then they said the person, and they said they have lovely blue light swirling aura around them, and we have a lot of information to share and learn from each other. And they said, make friends with her. So E.T.'s setting me up with somebody. Oh, okay, here it gets weird. And then I said, what can I do to aid this activation? Change my diet? I don't know what that means. And they said, water, water, water. And I said, what kind? And they said, wet. And then my friend's voice came in again, and she giggled, and she said, they're funny. Their sense of humor is real different. It's like play on words. It's a real intellectual kind of thing, because we're more emotional, and they said they're more. They
didn't mention cheese or cheddar cheese.
No.
Cheese sauce? Did they mention cheese sauce?
No, but this is swear to God, this is weird.
Okay.
They said spring water or alkaline if you wish, and I was like, wow, I drink bottled alkaline water. They knew stuff about me. It was crazy. And then they said, we are pleased you have been reading the books we have put in your path. I got super excited because I read a ton of books, a lot of different books, metaphysical as well. And then I thought, oh, I'm being guided to read books. This is interesting. And then I said, we have our turns visiting our book club every month. What is the different reason for their visit versus yours? And they said, they are observing, we are educating. And then I said, what will I notice with the activation? They said, it is mild. You have a deep knowing that you did not have before. And then I said, do you want me to share this with any scientists or people? And they said, no, not at this time. This is for you personally. So I guess I'm breaking the rules here. They said, not everyone is ready for this knowledge, as you know. And then I said, thank you. And they said, thank you. It was really funny the way they said it. And then, if that wasn't enough to top it all off, 2 months later, I was going to somebody else for a massage, and she happens to be really talented as well. She has her own, she's going to be writing a book someday. She's a very ET kind of connection. But she's a shaman. She's really cool, amazing people. I can't believe we have these people in Green Bay. So March 2nd, 2020, I said, just so you know, I know, you can tap into stuff, and I had this thing happen. So she got a little bit more from them. She said they're showing themselves as green lights. And she said they migrate like birds, and they're not from one place. They exist in others. They said they're from the east to deliver gifts to us. So that whole migrating like birds, it's not for survival, but they just migrate, which is kind of, the whole thing, like, this is my life. And then I'm sharing all this with club members, and then they're having, on the side, there's other people that have had other sightings in other parts of Wisconsin, including a black triangle, which they photographed. And they're also not always able to connect, but a lot of times they are able to get information. So this has been just nuts this past year.
Green Bay. I mean, who would have thought Green Bay? You know, because when I think about, and I say this with absolute love. Okay, I was born in Chicago, so I can say all of this. I'm allowed. I get a hall pass. But when I think of my world, the Green Bay, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, that chunk of the country, I think about chicken fried steak and eggs. I think about meatloaf with that nice ketchup red sauce over the top. I think about that. I think about potato salad. I think about French toast. I think about great pizza. I think about cheeses. I just things, ribs, cookouts. And extended beyond that. I think about family, and I think about the moms that are going to Meijer, and shopping and things and families. And what I don't think about when I think about Green Bay is that mom shopping at Meijer making ET contact and hanging out with the book club, talking about contact. I don't see that. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. And you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. We have to kind of keep it on the down low in ways, because there's teachers, there's ex-clergy, we have business owners, doctors, we have, these are people well-educated, and we can't just tell, I'm part of an astronomy club. My guys would be just like, this woman's crazy. Right. I just can't share things. So it's really helpful to find people. I can tell you one of the areas that Rhinelander, Wisconsin, is one of the sighting zones. And then there's a lake. There's another little lake something that there was the black triangle over. But, this is going on. This is really going on. And they said basically you have to believe in it
is a real big component of it. They don't like to come if there's fear. So that's important. I thought the first thing I do is run. And personally, I don't feel that all ETs are great like Stephen Greer. I just personally think it's going to be like the world where there's good guys and bad guys.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
but anyway, I had to share.
Okay, Laura, before I go to the break, I just need a mental picture. Do you have a Christmas sweater that you wear on Christmas Day?
We got, after this experience, my husband and I both got real funny ones. We weren't into that because we like style.
Right.
But we got these tacky, silver, picking up cows, kind of, E.T. with the green, funny. And then my friend thinks it's a riot, so he always sends, just UFO stuff to me. Yeah. But yeah, we got some.
I knew it. I miss the Midwest so much. I do. I really do. Do you guys have a Myers? Do you guys shop at Myers?
Yes, we do have a Myers. But here we're kind of weird. We go to Milwaukee and to grocery shop. Well, we did prior to COVID because we like Trader Joe's and we like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, we shop locally now, but Yeah,
you know what's weird? Imagine this for a second. Here in Southern California, okay, I would say in the entire state, we don't have one single supermarket like Myers. They don't exist.
Wow.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
No, we don't have it at all. All of our supermarkets where you go for food, they're small. They don't care. They don't care. We don't have, these really nice displays and nice atmosphere and massive deli and a butcher thing. No. It's not like that. And, you go to the Midwest and you're like, this is cool. I enjoy shopping, and we don't have that. Just picture that in your mind. We don't have that here. We do not. It does not exist. It does not. The closest we've got to that is Gelson's, and even that store sucks. It's not fun at all. So there you go, Laura. Thank you. What an amazing story. And I kid about UFOs and cheese. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. Have a great night. Give my best to your husband.
Thank you. I will. Bye-bye.
Bye. Go back, Lee Tepe. That's a great phone call right there. I miss the Midwest. I do. I miss the Midwest. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. I'll be back with more of your phone calls. It's Fade to Black at the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. I'll be right back.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernight? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
The Dark Zone presents another epic live streaming event from America's most famous haunted crime scene, the Lizzie Borden Murder House. A 4-day live streaming event, August 28th through the 31st, 2020. Following the smash success of the first-of-its-kind live streaming event at the Conjuring House, the Dark Zone Network is proud to present a worldwide interactive live streaming event from the notorious double murder scene, the Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. This is the perfect warm-up for Halloween. Full access to the continuous around-the-clock 4-day event is just $19.99. Discounted tickets are on sale now, and you can check out the free preview on Thursday, August 27th. For more information and to watch the Lizzie Borden Murder House live, please visit thedarkzone.tv or just click on the banners at jimmychurchradio.com. That's www.thedarkzone.tv.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
Including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. Great call from Laura in Wisconsin. It was amazing. My Beast tool. $100. $100, you can get one of yours right now. Price gouging. 747-228-2051. I'll get back to the calls in a second. Chuck Elliott just posted a picture of his UFO sweater, right? And I got the same sweater. I got it from my daughter Nicole a couple of years ago for Christmas. I think mine's Rita. Mine's blue too, right? It's just like this one. I'll wear it. I'll wear it for Christmas this year. I will do that. Okay. All right. Let's. Where am I at? What was I just getting ready to say? Oh, I'm already thinking about dinner tonight after the show. Did you like that picture of the taco truck last night? We have a trend here. I'll get to the phone calls in a second. Everybody just relax. We have a trend here in L.A. I don't know if this is going on across the country, but here in L.A., we have taco trucks. We have food trucks. They're all over the place, thousands and thousands of them. And most of them top-notch, better than the restaurants. But that being said, we have a trend here in California where they set up these taco stands on the side of the road. Well, have the pop-up tents, and I think I posted pictures a couple of times of the, and it's a pop-up, and they set up the grills and they'll generator and some lights, and it's like, just like a pop-up restaurant. And you drive around LA and they are everywhere, right? Stores that close down during the day, they occupy the parking lots, sides of the road. You're just driving, and they're busy, right? Well, we found one that we really liked, run by this family. And so last night after the show, I'm driving, and I'm going to this pop-up stand, and I pull up, and it's not there. There's a taco truck in its place. I was like, oh, man. All right. So I get out. I walk up. The family from the pop-up stand that they had there saved their money and bought this taco truck. And they, they know me and stuff. I was like, oh, man. So they let me take a peek inside, brand new. And they were so proud of it. And these are young kids. I'm going to say 21, 22, 23 years old. The best tacos. Anyway, now they got their own taco truck. And they did it from this little pop-up stand. And now they have that magnificent truck. I don't know what that thing cost. But that's what was going down last night. I'm thinking about going back. Already thinking about food. All right, let's go back to the phones. You're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Neil with Open Eyes Project.
This is Neil with the Open Eyes Project. How you doing, Neil?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. Are you eating during a phone call?
Well, I had to get rid of it,
Okay, sit
but
still.
I'm all right.
Neil, sit still. Okay, there you go.
I am.
That's better. Okay, what's on your mind?
Hey, the last encounter I had, I met these hairy humans. They were in a spaceship.
You met hairy humans in a spaceship?
Yeah, they came down to Earth, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I saw one dude was sitting in a chair, looked like a carnival ride, because a carnival ride's got a big thick seat belt or whatever it is, and I saw him get in the chair, and he put that, he locked himself in there, and I could tell it was some kind of spaceship. And they had some tall men with some hazmat suits.
Wait.
Glowing.
Okay, hold on, Neil. We got to back up the car. Did you see this ship land?
No.
Well, how did you?
No. I could tell it was a ship because it was, they got in a seatbelt thing. One dude was sitting down.
Well, yeah, but Neil. You're confusing me and the audience. How did you just appeared inside of this ship? I mean,
no. When my eyes opened, I saw this big hairy human. He looked human underneath his hair, like me or you.
Oh, so were you sleeping?
He had hair all over his body. And he got in the seat, and then he put the seat belt on, but it was like a big metal chair thing, whatever.
Right.
And I seen a couple men with hazmat suits on.
Hazmat
and they
suits?
were glowing. Yeah, they had hazmat suits. Them hazmat suits that cover the body and the shield, like an astronaut or whatever. And they were glowing, but I couldn't tell if they were human or not. They were very tall. But the weird thing was, why didn't hairy men did it? They looked like Sasquatches, but not with long hair. They had short hair, it's like, and that was pretty amazing. So I knew.
Did you talk to them?
No. See, I've been getting help from outer space. I'm fighting a war against the moon.
Okay.
Well, I've been having a secret war against the moon. I like when I'm on the coast of California, I would wait till it get halfway full moon, and then I would close my eyelids and look through the veil. That's what I'm trying to teach people. If you look through your eyelids, you could see things through the eyelids. And I learned that if I look through the ceiling, if I'm laying down and I could see through a roof, if I'm in someone's whole house, I could see through things. I could see through them, I've been fighting against the moon. That's why I'm trying to activate the third DNA in the humans. Because the humans are blind.
Yeah, humans are blind. No doubt about it. I'm blind. But what's the issue with the moon?
Oh, that's a war planet.
The moon is a war planet.
Yeah. It's having war with the stars and with the earth and stuff. And it's kind of like that movie, Jupiter Ascending. They're harvesting the earth. They're harvesting humans, the women, They're taking our blood. They're taking our bodies. Like if they get an arm blown off, they just take a human arm, put it, on their arm, and our human body is angelic, so it fuses to the other creature, and it heals itself.
So if you see a human with one arm, chances are, right?
Well, that's in the spirit world.
Oh, that's in the spirit world. Okay. But so you're saying that we're at war with the moon right now, and the moon is battling. So who's is there like an ET force on the moon?
Yeah, there's the weird thing is I looked at the Queen's crown. You know how they got the Knights of the Templars cross or whatever, and that darn thing has the crook. Their eyes are slanted. The demon aliens, their eyes are not parallel like humans. They're inverted. They're pointing toward the nose. And I was looking at the Queen's crown. I said, damn, man, that looks like the freaking alien demon, that I see all the time. And what they do is they take human faces and they take out bodies and stuff. So if you see a human in the spirit world or a dream or a vision, it could be a demon with the human face. So you can't believe everything you see in a dream or vision.
Right. Man, thank you, Neil, for the advice, and I guess the warning too as well.
Well, I declared war on the moon. See, I've been fighting against the moon for a while, and I would throw them down off the moon and throw them in the ocean. And one time I seen someone feeding spiritual fish in the ocean. I said, well, hell, if I throw these damn demons, or if I throw these demons in the ocean, these things would eat them up for me.
Right.
And I could get rid of them that way. And I won't have to kill them. I'm just feeding the fish.
Right. And so that works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of times when I get a lot of bad spirits in my car, I got to go to the coast of California and throw them in the ocean,
Well, along the coast of California, I could think of a lot of things to throw in the ocean. Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I declared war. I've been having a secret war with the moon for a while. I just haven't been telling nobody, but finally I just have to tell people.
Right.
And
Neil,
but I found out the prophecy of Notre Dame.
You did?
Oh, yeah. See, my mother was the numbers of my mother. She died on the 27th and was born on the 27th and all that stuff. Well, I read the last pages of Notre Dame, and I found out, I don't know if it was the 10th or 12th page at the last book page, whatever, and it said someone's going to die on the day of their birth. And he said, burn, 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 that only 70 of us are going to survive, and that Saturn's going to come too late. See, I felt guilty. I used magic. I've been burning these motherfuckers.
Hey.
I'm sorry. All right.
Hey.
Well,
Hey.
All right. Well, I've been burning some. I've been doing what Notre Dame was doing. He was doing a secret war too. So, but it's kind of like I had to spill the beans, or let the cat out the bag, and I gotta.
You've definitely done that. You've definitely done that tonight, Neil. I need you to keep. I need you to keep it up, man. Don't stop, and go Beckley Teppy.
Oh, yeah.
Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you so much, Neil. Neil is fighting the battle with the moon for us. He's doing it for us. He's doing it for us. And always remember, feed the fish. I am so with you on that, Neil. Feed the fish. Always feed the fish. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Tony, but I'm fess up on your chat.
You're fess up on the chat. Which chat?
Yeah. Yours,
well,
Jimmy.
I have a lot of chats. You mean?
Well, the YouTube chat. This
YouTube chat. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, let me go over to YouTube. If I go to YouTube right now, will I see you there?
Yeah, you'll see me, but I'm back in the chat a little while. I just was saying I'm on hold. I was just letting everyone know.
Okay, let's see here. Hold on. This may
Fess up McTruder.
Okay, hold on. Let me mute. Okay, I see UFO Gandalf. There's a lot of there's a lot of people here.
No, I'm pressing here. I'll type right now. Here.
Okay, do it.
I just pressed a bunch of letters. Just
there you are. Fess up MC Truder. See, I'll type something right now too as well. Yo. See, I just did it too. Real time. Fess up. Real time. You like that?
Yeah.
All right. What's on your mind?
Man. Last time I called, I talked about a UFO experience that I had. And I think it was one that happened like in Piedmont, Missouri, and it involved a study that was later done by Harley Rutledge from the University of Cape Girardeau, who was a physicist. But when I say involved, it's only because they got 500 calls on UFOs, and it was a UFO flap in 1973 to about 1976.
Okay.
But I'm not going to talk about that one because I think I already told you one of them of the UFO events that happened down there, and I don't want to stick on that subject because I've seen quite a few things. One of them involved a UFO and a military presence that was not in Piedmont, Missouri. A friend of mine by the name of David Sims, I didn't really know him real well, but one day he called me up and said, hey, I got some cannabis. Let's go out here and smoke it. Now, I don't hallucinate on cannabis. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I don't hallucinate on cannabis. And I don't know anyone that really does, unless it's got something else in it, right? So anyway, he said he had some, and he was going to go show me this cool tree house. It hangs over the Missouri River. I was like, hey, it's night, and that's far away. I started to get a little curious about his reasoning to go out there. I was like, just to smoke a little cannabis, I was like, it's not even worth it. But he says, the treehouse is really cool and whatever. And I didn't have anything better to do. So I went with him in his yellow VW out there, and we climbed up the treehouse. It was literally 40 feet off the ground. It kind of hung over the river. So it was a little spooky because I was afraid, if one of the boards broke or something, I'd be in the Missouri River, right? So, but we were up there. It was pretty stable. And all of a sudden, we were looking at the night sky. It was all starry night, and it was out, in the rural area outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And I saw this where I thought it was Jupiter, a planet or something like that.
Right.
But the more I looked at it, I realized that this thing was not, it looked like it was not a planet or a star. It looked like possibly maybe an aircraft coming in or something with its landing lights. And I was like, wait a minute, there's no airport on it. Why would it have its landing lights on?
Right.
But anyway, so it was all of a sudden these spires of lights were shooting across the entire horizon. My friend didn't even see it. I was looking at it. He wasn't. So I had to tell him to look over. And finally he saw it, and he just said, oh, it's just a plane coming, and that's the lights of the plane, and it just is atmospheric trick. I was like, okay, whatever. But as it got closer, it seemed like it was coming towards us. And the more it got closer, the more I could tell it was erratic. It was moving erratically. And, well, he tried to sum it up in his own mind by saying, oh, it's just wind hitting a small, plane. And it making it look to you like that's what's going on. I said, no, that's not what that's going on there. Anyway, it got closer, and when it got closer, I could see more definite. Whatever bright light it had on is now off, and now it has two elongated rectangular lights that I'm noticing as it gets really close to us. And I was like, wait a minute, those aren't any kind of plane lights I've ever seen. And interestingly, every time it looked like it would jump forward, the back light would go on. Every time it would jump backwards, the front light, a rectangular light, would go on. And you could see the silhouette as it got closer, the silhouette of it, because it was somewhat lit out by a half moon or whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, that's a UFO. And I started screaming at it to come over, and my friend kept telling me, hey, shut up. David just kept telling me, shut up. And I was like, why is he telling me to shut up? This is cool looking, So as it got closer and closer, I kept screaming, and he kept telling me to shut up. And I was like, no, don't tell me to shut up. That's a UFO.
Okay, so what happened? What happened?
Okay, well, first of all, let me just explain in a little more detail. It was jumping hundreds of feet forward, hundreds of feet back.
Right.
Okay, but it wasn't going up or down, but it was still making a linear motion towards us at the same time. And at that point, he got really quiet because he knew that wasn't a plane. As it got even closer, I was yelling, and those rectangular lights turned off, and it started drifting, and an orange gas started spraying out of it. And when I say orange gas spraying out of it, it was illuminated.
Okay.
And and as you could see the silhouette, it was a UFO type of shape. It had a little bulge in the middle, and you could tell this was not a plane. And that gas that was coming off of it, I told my friend, God, I'm glad that's not under us. It looks radioactive, right? So anyway, it gets closer, and it's drifting at this point. It starts drifting really slow, like 20 miles an hour. And it was across the river. I could tell it was only about 14 feet across. It was hardly very big at all. And this is 1986 in October. And, no, this was not 1986. I take that back. This wait a minute. I'm trying to. Yes, it was 1986 October. Yes, it was.
Okay. So what happened?
It was still getting closer, not right across the river from us, but almost. And the gas shut off, and I was screaming again. All of a sudden, this thing stops dead on a dime right across the river from us and puts a light on us of some kind. Now, the light didn't shine on us, but you could tell it was pointed at us. And as soon as it did, I saw, and I am not kidding you, Jimmy, I am so not kidding you, a mental image of what was on board that vehicle. And I don't know how, I assume they did it, the extraterrestrials. There was 4 what looked like gray beings, grays, if you want to call them grays, same description of other people. The only difference, they had a dark ash tight bodysuit on that was on their head as well, to the point where, at first I thought it was their skin color, but no, it was some kind of bodysuit. They had the black almond eyes. Could almost barely see them, those black almond eyes, because of the color of the suits they were wearing. But you could tell because of the gloss coming off their eyes. Anyway, my friend was quiet, and as soon as I got that projected visual of them, the leader, the one in front, they were all sitting in like a snowmobile position facing to the side, and they were looking to the right, just like the vehicle was like somebody going by in a bus. And the first, I guess the captain in front, it spoke without its mouth moving. It said, so you would possibly like to get on board, possibly be cut, diced into 1,000 different pieces, possibly put back together, and possibly sent on your way. We can do that. And then the third one in the little seated positions had a little smirk on its little mouth that appeared when that it said that. And as soon as it said that, I turned around, I jumped out of the treehouse, 40-foot treehouse, and so did my friend. He didn't hesitate. He might have seen the same type of thing. And none of us broke an ankle or leg. We ran to the VW, got in, took off down the road. My heart was racing. I was hopefully we're just going to continue on, but he said, no, I got to stop. I got to get another look. And I said, oh, for God's sake, don't do that, because I got a bad body. I couldn't explain to him at that time. I was just too freaked out. And he got out of the car and walked up on this little plateau where there was farmland and cut down corn and disappeared. So I didn't feel safe in the car. So I got out and followed him. He was just sitting there, looking at nothing in this field. And I walked up and I said, well, did you see anything? He said, no. So I said, well, I'll wait around a little more, but I really want to get out of here. I just got scared out of my mind. And all of a sudden a little black dot appears down from us a bit. This thing got closer, and as it got closer, you could see a little red beacon light on it. For some reason or other, my heart rate started to go slower and slower, and I started to relax like I was on a sedative. And I don't have no way to explain that.
Well,
but,
you were smoking that. Closer, you were smoking that good weed. But fess up.
Yeah.
I'm at a break right here. So I've got a couple of questions, but you got to answer quickly, okay? Because I don't want to cut you off. Did you see it? Did you see it fly away?
It wasn't the same UFO. The second UFO was some other kind of UFO. It was triangle in shape. It wasn't one of our stealths. It had a black glossy top and a pearl gray bottom with plates and a little red light in the middle. When it went over, it didn't make any sound, but an electrical field went through us. It was shaking branches. No wind or thrust could be heard, but it was shaking branches anyway. It was only 40 foot above the trees. Next day, he goes out there by himself, and there's military everywhere. They threatened him. His dad turned out to be a full-bird colonel. He came to my house. I found that out later, and told me that they had threatened him, and he said they had told him to come tell me the same thing. He's shaking like a leaf. I never saw that guy again. His dad's name was also David Sims with 2 M's, and he was into nanotechnology, wind dynamics, liquid dynamics, and alternative propulsion. There you go.
Wow. Great. That's a Class A encounter, man. It's a Class A encounter.
Full-bird colonel, too.
Full-bird colonel. And you never saw
Yes,
your
sir.
friend again?
Never saw him and his dad. I never saw his dad in the first place, but his whole family got relocated because his house was vacant after that.
Wow.
And there was no for sale sign. Yep.
So that was it.
And the neighbors wouldn't even talk about it.
Okay, fess up. What about the tree house? Did you ever go back?
No, because the place that he went was at night, and I have no idea where. I didn't know where it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've
I
been
can
down
tell
that.
you this: Fort Leonard was maybe 80 miles away.
Wow.
So,
Wow. There you go.
But real quick.
You got 30
the neighbors,
seconds.
When I asked about him,
30
the neighbors,
seconds.
kind of shuffled away from me and acted like they couldn't talk, like as if they had been contacted already not to talk to me.
Wow. Did you have to move?
No, well, we did move to Las Vegas, strangely enough, because I was still living with my parents at the time.
Right.
And I went with them. It was kind of strange. Some guy walked up and bought our house. We didn't even have a for sale sign. And the next thing I know, I'm living in Las Vegas. So there you go.
Fess up. Go Beckley Tepe.
Yeah. Go Beckley Tepe.
That's a great phone call right there. Thank you for that, and thank you for sharing that. And that's one of the things that makes Thursday night so special around here. Wow, that's 2 back-to-back. Pretty amazing phone calls. This is Fade to Black. I got to take a break. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, it is Fadernight, 747-228-2051. UFOs, the paranormal, supernatural, conspiracy, lost history, time travel, guitars. I'll be right back.
Hi everybody, this is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to GetTheT.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's GetTheT.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from Rivermoon. Just click on the Rivermoon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend. Let's face it, you've always wanted to do a sky watch and see your first UFO. Today, it's easy. Just get your own HP7 3B Cobalt Jimmy Church Edition night vision goggles from Hoffman's Optics. This is the same U.S. military system that I use, featuring a Generation 3 blue phosphor image tube. That's right, it's blue, not black and green. This is the only blue system in the world, and it's waterproof, lightweight, combat-proof, simple to use, and ready to go. Hoffman's Optics help create night vision sky watches, and now you can see what everyone has been talking about each night from your own backyard. Just call 760-231-9929. That's 760-231-9929. You can click on the banners on our site or visit UFOnightvisiongoggles.com. That's UFOnightvisiongoggles.com. Go back, Lee Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's hanging out on YouTube during the break. Hello, YouTube. That's a pretty cool little chat going on in there. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. What, you know what we should do? Let me see your reactions. We should do just another YouTube night, just hanging out with you guys on YouTube and do an AMA and just chat and hang out. Would you guys be into that? Let me see. Light it up right now. You tell me if you guys would be into it, because it's a lot of fun. I do it with Twitter every single night, with the Spreaker chat every single night. I'm there, I'm hanging out. But I really dig what's happening over here in the chat room. And I don't know how live the chat is versus the delay that's going on with the video. See, so that throws me off. I'm letting you know. Here's the video here. Here's the chat. So it sounds like the chat is happening in sequence with the video. So I got to figure out that time delay because it throws me off a little bit. All right, it's Thursday night. It is Fadernight, best night of the week. Your calls, your conversation, 747-228-2051. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Caleb. I'm from East Madera County, in California.
Oh, right on. How are you, Caleb?
Doing pretty good, man. So I got a ghost story for you.
Bring it.
Pretty good one. Yeah. Okay. So me and my wife, we're in a little town called Lone Pine. You know what Lone Pine is?
Everybody knows Lone Pine. So,
Right,
is that where you live? You live up near Lone Pine?
No. I live in Santa Cruz right now.
Okay.
I'm from Central California, though. I don't claim Santa Cruz. I've been here very long.
Okay, Caleb, can you take me off of speaker?
Yeah, no problem. Just one second.
Okay, it's cutting out. So everybody, Lone Pine this area is Central California near Mammoth Mountain. So it's that area. One of the most, without question, one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth, let alone California. It's just majestic, incredible.
Right. So can you hear me now, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, I got you, man. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're there. We're staying at a little hotel right off 395 there, and it was a nice day. We're out hiking and all that stuff and having fun. So we go back to the hotel room, and it's late at night, and my wife falls asleep, and I'm just sitting there, and the room is completely dark except for some ambient light kind of coming in through the window. And as I'm sitting there, I was kind of just messing around on my phone, reading articles or whatever. Put my phone down, and I'm starting to drift off. And I look over to my left, and in my periphery, there's a chair and a table to the left side of the bed. And as I'm sitting there, I can kind of see out of the corner of my eye kind of a silhouette just sitting there in the chair, and it looks like it's smoking a cigarette. Looks like it's holding a cigarette in its two fingers.
Okay.
Right? And it's just sitting there, and it's watching me. I can tell it's watching me, right? I was thinking, man. So I'm just sitting there for a while, kind of watching it out of the corner of my eye. And it's smoking a cigarette.
Could you smell the cigarette?
I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not. I only seen a silhouette, right? And then I decide, you know what? I'm going to poke the bear a little bit. So I said to it, I go, I see you, and I'm not afraid of you. Right?
Right.
So as soon as I said that, it leaps up out of the chair, jumps up onto the bed, and gets right in my face, and then completely vanishes.
Oh, man. Okay, where was your wife? Where was your wife?
She was asleep the whole time,
So
man.
she missed it. She missed the action.
Completely sound asleep. Oh, yeah. I jumped a little bit.
Could you
right?
see?
I can't remember if it's.
Well, Caleb, let me ask you. Could you see through it, or was dude solid?
No. I could see the light, kind of the ambient light, kind of hitting it, but it was still just a shadow figure.
Wow.
If that makes any sense,
Yeah,
right?
it does. It does.
And okay, but when it got in my face, I saw its face for a split second, and the best way I can describe it is raw hamburger meat.
What, in color? In color?
Kind of, yes. And that was it. It was, yeah. Okay, but that's not even the best part. Okay, so that was done, right? And we end up going back to the hotel several months later, and it was the day after, several months later, we stayed another night. The day after, we go down to the front desk, and they ask us, hey, how was your stay? And my wife, I didn't say nothing. My wife goes, oh, it's good. My husband didn't see a ghost this time. And I was like, oh, she just put me on the spot. They're going to think I'm crazy, talking about ghosts and stuff. But no, it didn't faze them. You know what they did? The clerk goes, oh, really? Was it the smoking lady? I was just like, oh, no.
Seriously? Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So
that
happened.
Now, did you? Obviously, you told your wife, but you had to wait until the morning.
Right.
And
I didn't want.
Did she want to continue staying at the hotel, or did she believe you?
Oh yeah, she was fine with it. Yeah, she's
wow.
She's one tough. Yeah, she's pretty tough. Yeah.
Yeah. So
she doesn't scare easily.
Well, what happened when you went back to the hotel? Anything?
No.
Wow.
Nothing else.
Wow.
That was it. Just that one night, and it only, maybe a little less than 5-minute encounter with it.
My wife and
that's my ghost story.
Yeah, Rita and I were staying at this hotel. I'll just make this really quick. The story is a long one, but we order room service and it comes, and I had ordered a Dr. Pepper, and we got like burgers and chicken wings or something, hotel food, and it's delivered. And but it's like the 1 liter, not the 2 liter, but like the 1 liter bottle of Dr. Pepper. It's like a foot tall, 3 inches round.
Big
right?
bottle.
Yeah. Not small. And so I get that, and we're sitting on the bed, and I put the bottle of Dr. Pepper on the nightstand over to my left. I just put it down, no big deal. And I'm getting ready to eat, and I say something to Rita, boom, boom, boom. And I looked to see what the noise was, and the Dr. Pepper fell on the floor. So I thought, wow, that's kind of weird. And I picked it up, and I put it back on the nightstand, and I turned back to Rita. I just thought I didn't put it on the nightstand correctly. So I made sure it's on the nightstand. Anyway, so we turn around, I'm talking to Rita, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what? And I turn around, look, it's on the floor again. I was like, no way. And I picked it up, and now the third time, I put this thing in the middle of the nightstand. It's like a foot to the edge of the nightstand. All right? I'm thinking it's me. Yeah. That's what I'm, Anyway, so I put it back, and I turned to Rita, and I blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. No way! And I look, it's on the floor. And so anyway, we eat, we do our thing. We had a crystal skull in the room. I think it was him. So I take the crystal skull, I put it on the nightstand or on the TV stand at the foot of the bed. I go back, and I wake up in the morning, and I turn and I looked, and it's not on the nightstand. I looked, and it's standing straight up on the floor next to the bed. Yeah, man. And I don't know what it was, but I've never
Bottles
had.
Don't just fall standing straight up, man.
all night long. Caleb, Gobekli Tepe, man. Great story. Thank you so much.
Gobekli Tepe, man. Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Good stuff right there. Thank you, Caleb. Lone Pine is beautiful. If you've ever been there, you understand what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, what's the other city up there? The other town? Bishop and Lone Pine and Mammoth Lakes. I think that's like the order of things. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello there, Mr. Jimmy. How are you, my friend?
Who's this?
This is Joe Rich, the Midnight Rider.
Hey, Joe.
Hi,
how you doing,
Joe? I'm the poet that don't know it and just can't help to show it.
There you go. What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, a lot of things. I'll tell you, just a funny thing. I bought a Galaxy 10 a couple of months ago. I'm getting it all together, loading stuff, making it just like, everybody customizes their phones, right, to their needs. So I'm leaving for work the other day. I know I had it, and I took it with me.
Right.
Now let's lock up, blah, blah, blah. I get home, and I'm sitting there having my coffee and my breakfast. I say, where's my phone? So it didn't disappear into space. But the thing is, I tried to do the Google Assistant, make the voice response. I got that set.
So where was it?
I have no idea. It's still missing.
Oh, it's still missing. Oh, man.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. I had to get a SIM card for my Galaxy 8 just to get, which is good phones, actually. The 8s were nice.
Oh, man, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. Nobody likes losing their phone.
Well, I've heard of some good people out there at the Loon Witch or something might send some good mojo to this thing that's here in front of me. Because I'm just about giving up.
Yeah, well, we'll send out the good vibes right now. We'll send out the
Anybody
good
else
vibes. Yeah.
Anybody else with a mojo out there that wants to take a concern, the High Rock light is kind of getting dim over here with that is main high-powered piece of equipment here, you know. Yeah, you know, it kind of clips into my stock for so you know.
Yeah, man. That you don't want to be without your phone.
You know, it's old Jedi's, you know.
Hey, Joe, go Beckley Tepe, man. Thank you so much, and thank you for checking in.
You have a good one there, Jimmy, and thanks for your good positive attitude, all right? It's nice to hear.
Yeah, right on. Back at you, Joe. Joe from Staten Island, go Beckley Tepe, lost his phone. So, everybody, send out vibes. Send out vibes to Joe from Staten Island so he can find his brand new Galaxy S10 that he lost right after he got it. That's a drag. That's an absolute drag. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Turn me down in the background. Are you there? Okay, I'm putting you on hold.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, Jimmy, just a second.
No, you got to be ready.
I'm ready now. How's that?
Okay, good. Who's calling?
This is Cottonwood Bear out of Redding, California.
Cottonwood Bear out of Redding, California. Is that your Is that your God-given name?
No, my name is Teddy.
All right, Teddy.
But I'm big as a bear, and all the girls called me Teddy Bear. So
all right, good enough.
I just fed it through with what was going on. I wanted to tell you, feed the fish, man.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah, to say the least.
That's pretty good.
You were saying something earlier about there not being no big grocery stores down there, and that kind of blew me away.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that kind of stuff here. It doesn't exist.
We've got like 4 big grocery stores down here. Besides Walmart, we've got what's called Winco, and then we've got these are all humongous stores. I mean, they got their own delis and sandwiches and chickens and all that kind of stuff in them. And I'm from Southern California, Taft, actually.
Yeah,
and I was surprised.
No, we just don't have it. Look, we have Ralph's, we have Vons, we have Pavilions. Those are the main, just going off the top of my head, and Gelson's.
Right.
But when I go to the Midwest, or anywhere in the country outside of Southern California, and I go and visit these massive supermarkets that are beautiful and just laid out and display and things, and I look around, I'm like, man, this is the way it should be. But we don't have that. We don't have it. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I actually spent 11 years. I'm back in Michigan, and my ex-wife worked at a Meijer store.
Yeah, Meijer's is amazing.
Yeah, actually, these stores that we got up here are absolutely more or less the same kind of stores.
Wow.
I was just really surprised that they didn't have anything like that in that area down there where you're at.
It doesn't exist.
But
not even one.
Anyway.
Not even one. We have Walmart. Yeah. We have Walmart. But they're not like the Walmarts in the Midwest. We have 2 next to us.
Right.
We have one in Burbank and we have one in Porter Ranch. The one in Burbank used to be like a Best Buy or something. So it's small.
Right.
And then the one over in Porter Ranch is kind of closer to the Walmarts that you see around the country, these ginormous stores. But it's still a mini Walmart. It's a quarter of the size.
Right. Anyway, I just wanted to say that to you and go back to Tempe.
Yeah, right on.
And you have a good night, brother.
You too. And yeah, Gobekli Tepe. That's a great phone call right there. And what was it? Cottonwood Bear. And the ladies call him Teddy. You got it. That's a great phone call right there. All right, let me line up some other stuff. And yeah, we just don't have. I remember, I'm serious too, because I'm so used to Gelson's and Vaughn's and Pavilions and Ralph's, right? What we have here in Southern California, and they're all the same. They're all smaller, whatever. They don't care about the shopping experience. It doesn't exist. It purely doesn't exist. And I know wherever you're living right now, you don't understand. You can't, digest what I'm trying to tell you. So, and I go to Columbus or I go to Indianapolis. I just, got back from Florida a couple of years ago too, as well. And, but anyway, I remember my mom goes, okay, we need to go to Meijer so we can pick up some stuff for dinner tonight. Okay. All right. Jump in the car and I walk into Meijer. I'm like, oh man, this is amazing. I never want to leave this place. It's got everything and it's nice. It's got wood. Not like these Southern California stores, man. Southern California sucks. I mean, the shopping experience. You come in from out of town. Come in from Kansas City, Chicago. Come on, Denver. Come on, bring it. Visit Indianapolis, right? Columbus, Cincinnati, Chicago. Come and visit. And I'll take you to where I shop. I'll let you walk in and experience this, and you are going to go, man, how do you live? How do you put up with this? It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. All right. Oh, my God. I've got literally 25 calls on hold. So everybody just hang in. And I will try to get to everybody for the end of the show. I'm not answering any more phone calls. There's no way for me to get this mess in before the top of the hour. So with that, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Faded Black. Who's calling?
Hi, my name is Tom. I'm in Florida. I've called a couple of times. I had something happen, and I almost chickened out. I almost didn't call you.
Okay.
Or hung up. It wouldn't really count as a UFO encounter. It was beings, but how long do I have?
You got 4 minutes.
Okay, I think I can do it in that time. It was after Hurricane Irma in the Keys. I was on Stock Island. I lived on a sailboat. Mine was only one of two sailboats that survived the storm. The island was pitch black. And I had been handing out food all day at the distribution center. And I went back to my kayak to get on, to go out to my boat. And while I'm undoing the line on my kayak, I noticed this glow. I mean, the whole island was completely dark because there was no electricity down there at the time. So I noticed this glow, and I thought it was like the wildlife patrol, checking to see who was on the out there and making sure I wasn't looting any boats. So when I turned around, there were these two people standing in a beam of bright light, and the light wasn't coming from anywhere. It was there. The ground was lit up under them and around them like it was coming from above, and I looked up and there was nothing there. Tall, blonde, perfect, cornflower blue eyes. And they motioned me, the woman motioned me to step closer. So as I stepped closer, And it was wild. It showed me literally how the solar system was formed, and it's formed several times because I guess the sun keeps exploding and collapsing. How life formed on Earth and such as that. And I don't know if they were like using that to distract me to kind of feel out my mind, and such as that. But anyway, I could communicate with them. I could hear them once they put that headband thing on me, and so they said, come, let's take a walk. So we walked, and we passed, I guess, what was a wall, and you could see the room wasn't that big at that point because it opened up into almost like a bunch of these people. They were eating, talking, laughing, just carrying on and such as that. And I remember that the air smelled really citrusy. So, I'm giving you just like the Reader's Digest condensed version because we only got a couple of minutes. But anyway, they asked me, is there anything that I'd like to know about? Well, I had like a million questions,
All right.
So,
well, give me the one question. We're about at the break. So what did you find out?
Okay, well, the first thing on my mind was animal mutilations.
That was the first thing you wanted to ask him was animal mutilations?
No, I had like a million other questions, but it was like that one just came up,
Okay, so what did they say? Did they answer?
Well, and kind of. It was like instantly I was put in like a movie or like a holodeck from Star Trek or something. I could see it all happening around me. There was a cow that was brought up into a chamber and just frozen, like time stopped for it. And these
so they really quick, we're at the break. They accepted responsibility for the cattle mutilations and they showed you some cattle abductions.
No, they showed me who were, and it was Grays that were doing that. But
got you. It wasn't them, but they were aware of what you were talking about.
Yeah. I can hold through the break because it's really fascinating what's on behind these animal mutilations.
Well, I'll give you 30 seconds. I've literally got 20 calls on hold, and I've only got one segment left. So really quick, who's behind the mutilations?
It's the Greys, and what they're doing is they're taking cells and they're putting them on these like little black chips and almost making like microcircuits out of them. And by stimulating them, the cells produce like different chemicals, and like the eye cells respond to light and such as that. Well, the Greys aren't really being malicious about it. They're just conducting business.
Right. Yeah, I can believe it.
Basis of the technology.
Yeah, I can believe it. And I've said it so many times. Thank you. What was your name again?
Tom.
Thank you, Tom, for the phone call. I have said this a million times, Tom, that we go to the jungles, we go to the forests, we go to the tops of mountains, we go out to remote islands, and we go out and we're looking at different species and trying to find new species and cataloging and kidnapping and dissecting and bringing them back and doing. We don't care about their families or their livelihood. We don't care about breaking up the ecosystem or the tree of life, and we're doing it all the time. Thank you for the phone call, Tom. But we don't care. Well, would it be the same thing if ET was visiting here? You kind of got to look at it that way, as crazy as it sounds. And it's crazy and it's messed up. But that is kind of the way it is, isn't it? This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night, Fadernight. I've got one segment left. everybody that's on hold, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to get through everybody's phone calls. Rapid fire. I'll be right back.
Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight. Open lines all night long. We got one segment left. I promised that I would get everybody in. So let's do a rapid fire. Let's see how quickly we can get all the calls in. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jim.
Hi, who's this?
Michael.
Hi, Michael. Where are you calling from?
OC.
OC? What's on your mind?
A couple of quick shout-outs. The show with Giorgio was like watching a good Ed Sullivan or Johnny Carson show. The show recently with Linda is maybe one of the holy grails in a special edition that anybody that was interested might want to put that down as their number one.
Thank you for your availability, your compassion, your intellect. But I got a real problem with something, and maybe you could throw your best opinion out there.
What's that?
The Navy put out their 3 joke videos, but yet I got kicked out of the service for reporting and seeing a huge circular UFO with 2 sets of windows and aliens in the windows, son of a Master Chief on a guided missile destroyer in the middle of the South Pacific on a South Pacific Goodwill tour. And the way I was treated, rather than doing the right thing for reporting it, was to be isolated, put in solitary confinement, got read the riot act by the ship's captain, told me if I didn't report it, I would have a very good career in the Navy. If I did report it and continue to wish to go forward, he couldn't guarantee my future. I was kicked out of the service in 2 weeks of being a nuclear power electronics technician, which was the highest paid position in the Navy. And I'm wondering, how full of baloney is the Navy by putting forth these 3 hokey videos, but yet what happened to me and my story and my documentation and my attention to detail and my absolute nailing the details at times and shapes and witnesses.
But you bring up a really good point. And so let me say this.
It really bothers me, Jim.
Well,
That's why it should calling you.
Well, it should bother you.
It changed my whole life and my family's life, and it's not freaking cool.
Right. Well, first off, the Navy didn't release those videos. The videos were already out in the public domain. And so they didn't release the videos, number one. Number two, the videos don't show ET. They simply don't. There's nothing extraterrestrial about those videos. So it's not like the Navy released, UFO ET videos, not from this Earth, but from another planet outside of this solar system, interstellar craft visiting this Earth videos. That's not what those videos are. Those videos just show aircraft, airplanes, things known that were built on this planet, and the Navy doesn't give a crap about those videos. What the Navy should be giving a crap about is servicemen and women like yourself that have seen stuff, but they don't. So that's where I agree with you. And yes, you are absolutely right. I've talked to people in the Navy. I've talked to people in the service about this all the time. Steve Murillo, a classic example. You are not going to see something and make an official report and expect to have a career in the Navy. That's not the way that it works, and it's the exact opposite. You're 100% right, Michael.
But I swore an oath to protect my country.
Right.
I thought that this was a definite threat.
Right.
And that's why I reported it, because I didn't give a rat's ass what anyone said.
Right.
And I'm not thinking I'm some superhuman hero.
Right.
But I know what I saw.
Right.
I know what I saw.
Right. And so we need more men and women like you in the service or anywhere.
Jim, this has been going on forever. My father, who was a Master Chief, CB, who fought in World War II and Vietnam War and the Korean War, he told me before he died at a very young age, at 63, he told me that he used to see, and everyone in Vietnam used to see 100 Foo Fighters a night.
Well, but Michael,
they never reported it.
But Michael, there's always a but. But Michael, it's the same thing with with my sightings or somebody else's sightings that are not in the service. They're treated the same way. It's just across the board. It's not about the military. It's in general. Okay, I
wonder who's at the top and what their intention is.
I have no idea.
It's almost like I really agree with ET kind of running this planet.
Yeah, it could be. Look, I go on Fade to Black. I go on Coast to Coast, and I tell my beer can story with witnesses. I've got a videotape. I've got everything. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Discredited.
Nobody
Right.
cared. Hey, Michael, enjoy the rest of your night, man, and go Beckley Tepe. Thank you so much.
Yeah, go back to Tepe, Jim. Sorry, but it was just really, it bugs the heck out of me, and until I get an answer,
As
it's
it
going to
should.
keep rotting away.
Yep, as it should. Go Beckley Tepe, Michael.
All right, go back to Jim. Take care.
Right on. Great phone call, right? It's true. I mean, and it's not about and I mean this. It's not about the military or police officers or career ending or things like that. It's in general. It doesn't matter. It's with anybody's UFO sightings, including my own. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Joe from Virginia.
Hi, Joe from Virginia. How are you?
Doing great, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's on your mind?
Hey, I have a question for you,
What's that?
and you get to pick two people.
Okay, well, what's the
Who-
question, Joe? What's the question?
The question is, who are your greatest living guitar gods?
The two living, they can't be dead.
No, they got to be living.
They've got to be living.
Yeah.
Jeff Beck and Steve Vai. There you
They're
go.
good.
Yeah. Jeff
They're
Beck.
good.
Yep. Jeff Beck and Steve Vai. You got Yngwie, you got Tony Iommi, you've got Eddie Van Halen, Richie Blackmore, Jimmy Page. The list is long. But if I'm gonna go, if I'm gonna just go top two right now, just boom off the top of my head, Jeff Beck, Steve Vai. You got Eddie Van Halen. You've got Tony Iommi. The list is long. Zach Wilde. All right. The list is really long. But if I go top two, I just said the two that popped in my head first. So there you go,
Yeah.
Joe from Virginia. Thank you for the phone call, man. Oh, you got more?
No, mine were Mark Knopfler.
Yep. Oh, who's your second? You cut out. Mark Knopfler and who?
Angus Young.
Angus Young. Two good picks, man. I can't argue with that, Joe. And go Beckley Tepe.
Go Beckley Tepe, man.
Yeah, right on. Joe from Virginia. Mark Knopfler blows my mind. He's just absolutely incredible. There's no doubt about it. That's a good phone call right there. Angus Young, too. And you go through Angus Young's body of work, and I still go back. You know what I go back to? Whole Lot of Rosie. Whole Lot of Rosie. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? It's Josh in Fresno.
Josh in Fresno. How are you tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm calling in, so I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, exactly. What's on your mind?
Well, so there's a couple things. First of all, I gotta say, so I listen to you guys. I listen to you at work most of the time, and first of all, I gotta say thank you for what you guys do. Because on the slow days at work, it makes it go by so much faster.
Yeah, right on. I'm here to support the workers of the world. Do you know how many emails I get or phone calls where people say, you know what, man, if it wasn't for Fade to Black, I don't know what I would do at work. And I'm thinking, I wonder if your bosses know. Right? I wonder if your bosses know. What are you listening to? You want to tell them it's sports or whatever? Do you want to tell them you're listening to some whacked out UFO conspiracy guy for 3 hours?
Yeah. One time she heard me, because when I used to have it on speaker, it was when you had the lady that does the Ouija boards, and
right,
she was like saying each letter, and I heard it the other day, like a day or two after that, she was like asking, what is he listening to? and I was just like, oh yeah, it's just something, anyways. So, and speaking of that, I listened, I think the next day when he had David Icke on, And this is a synchronicity for you guys, for the Fadernight as well. So he was speaking on, I forget exactly what, but he said the word Vanguard, and I'm not kidding. As I look down, as he says that, I'm looking down at this capacitor that has the word Vanguard at the same exact time. And I mean, what are the odds of that? I mean, I don't use that word. I never hear it. And at the same exact time he said Vanguard, I look down and it says Vanguard on this capacitor that I use for work. I mean, and it happens all the time when I listen to Faded Black at work. Like, I have synchronicities happen exactly when you were saying something, or a guest or a Fadernaut calls in. It's insane. So, I got chills right now just saying that right now.
I love it when it happens. I really do. There's been a few things that have happened weird on the show over the years, but the other night when Deb from Sacramento called in, and I forget exactly what she was talking about, but at that moment when she said something strange, there was something fell here in the studio. And I want everybody to know, I don't know if you can see this, but there are soundproof squares that go around all of the walls here to deaden the sound. I got soundproof carpeting. I've got soundproofing boards on all of the, this is a soundproof room, and it's a dead room, right? There's nothing, you can tell by hearing my voice. There's no echoes. There's nothing that goes on in here. And during the show, I'm alone, right? That's it. There's nothing happening in here. So when something falls or you hear a sound in the studio, something moved by itself. And it freaks me out, and it's happened a few times. I can't explain it. I really can't. There was maybe 6 months ago, and I told everybody about this. So I have all these guitars hanging, and I stand up. I'm walking out. Right. I'm turning off all of the computers. There's 5-6 computers in here. And I'm turning everything off and things, and then I hear from over my shoulder. I hear this. Like this guitar strummed. I'm like, what was that? And there's no way for that to happen, and I love it. I love it when these weird things happen. I really do. Listen, Josh, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting and being part of the show.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to tell you, so the reason why I called in wasn't for that. So, I had this experience that happened a year ago. So I don't know. I can't exactly say if I got abducted or not. So I was asleep one night, and this is why I don't know if it's a legitimate abduction experience. So this was like last April, not this past April, but the April before. And I had gone to bed. And then, anyways, I come to fruition all of a sudden. I was in this room with 5 people talking to me, and it's like blurry. And then my vision comes clear, and there's 5 ETs talking to me, and I'm like in this what I would say I have to be a spaceship, and everything was like kind of like stainless steel looking in there. But like all of a sudden I had this realization that it was like real, right? And I've never had an experience like this before. Matter of fact, it's the only time I've ever had this type of experience. And so I'm sitting there like freaking out, and I'm like what is going on here? Like I'm like, this is actually happening. I'm like pinching myself, like, is this real? I mean, because like, I'm, in the paranormal, I'm, this is like stuff I want to happen. So I don't necessarily know, but like, so they were all humanoid. One was like a blue colored, one was like orange. And I forget the other two, but the one that was on the left was a Nordic type of ET. And so they go to explain, and I don't remember everything that they told me, but they were telling me that I've been here to help basically the planet. And then he waved his hand like above my forehead and my eyes, and I got all this like all these other times that they like took me, and I started crying and like laughing at the same time because I could remember it all. And man, I'm getting chills just telling you right now. And I've been waiting to call in forever to tell you guys this. So I had this remembrance of all these times that they've taken me, and it was just amazing. And then they go on to tell me all these things. Like I said, I don't remember. I was, like I said, it was about like helping the planet, and there was some type of goal that I was supposed to do, and I don't remember. But at the end of it, he waves his hand, and it goes blurry again, and I wake up crying. And like it felt so real. I mean, to me, it was real. But I have to kind of put it in that, in that section of it possibly being just a dream because it happened while I was sleeping.
Right.
So, and so not too long after this happened, you had Geraldine Orozco on, and she was talking about a similar experience, that she's had. And then like a few weeks later, or not too long after, I think she said, I think, I don't remember clearly about having a military abduction happening with her. And so a few weeks after that, I had a dream, and this one was way more dream-like, because what happened in this was I was like in Missouri, which I live in California. So I was standing outside, and I lived next to this guy that was like about 100 feet away, and me and him were both looking up in the stars, and he's like pointing at this UFO like going around up in the sky, and it's coming in and out, getting really bright. Anyhow, so it flies around, and then it comes back like a few minutes later, and it gets really bright, and then all of a sudden I wake up in the UFO, and they're like in the TR3. It was TR3B. It was a triangular UFO with 3 lights. And so I wake up in it, and they're doing all this testing on me. And then fast forward, I wake up on the ground, and I'm looking up on the sky, or looking up at the sky. I look over at that guy, and he's same thing. He's like passed on the ground, and then
dropped call right there. And did you guys hear? It was like was it a dog bark or something in the background? And then it dropped. Wow, that was interesting. You got to love Fadernight open lines. That's exactly what it's all about right there. I've got time for one more call. I was already, Josh, to get to. Okay, all right. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
St. Michael from Saskatoon. How are you doing there, Jimmy?
I'm doing good, St. Michael. How are you, man? Everything good?
Oh, well, what can you say, good or what? Like, my wife's a chef, and she doesn't have a job, but that's okay, right?
Right. Okay. Well, just as long as you're good. That's all that matters.
I loved your callers. They were awesome. I want to make a comment on the guy that lost a cell phone. He was a supervisor for a waste disposal company, right? You know, those roll-off bins and back and forth. And I had to go out and take care of a trip for a guy. And I'm one of the guys that has, like, the old-style flip phones and stuff, right? So you open up the back door and you dump your waste, and there's like 4 caterpillars that are pushing all the way up and up and up and up, and they just keep going, and like everybody is just like in and out. It's like total movement, and I'm just like, holy crap, I lost my phone. And I'm just looking at my waist, and I waved to one of the cat guys that was pushing up as he was coming. I'm waving at him. I said, dude, dude. And he just opens up the door. And I lost my phone. It's back here somewhere. He says, okay. And then he just gets on the radio. Everybody stops. I'm not kidding you. Everybody stops, and they come out, and we're walking around in behind here, and one of the guys from the other side, he comes up, he goes like, hey, look at this. I go, yes, that's it. Yes, that's it.
Oh, you got your phone back. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
that doesn't
dude,
happen.
Like
that doesn't happen.
All the contacts and all your numbers and everything like that. You're just thinking like, it's not like now the flat phones. Back then it was like, this a few years ago, unbelievable. And I'm just like thanking everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I got to, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go. I have two iPhone 11 Maxes, right? Okay. And that's what I use. But I've been thinking I need these because they're big and I've got bad eyes, right? So I'm able to, it's like a frigging iPad, these things
Well,
are
you're
so
getting
big.
old, right?
Right. But I've been thinking about switching and going back to a flip phone. Something where I don't have the internet. I don't have anything.
Can I suggest?
I just
Can I suggest?
What?
Can I suggest?
What?
My phone, which I went online and found in my city, Motorola V360. That was the best phone. And back then, I actually bought it when it was new, and it was $400. Motorola V360 flip phone. You have access to the internet if you want, but it is like a
Oh, I used to have one. We all had one of these. I might have one of these in a drawer.
Did you have a Motorola V360, bro?
Yeah, I think we all
did. That was
did.
like the banger.
Yeah,
that was banger.
I think we did. I like the old Razors too as well. But
I had one of them.
Yeah, looking at I guarantee you, I had one of these blue, like dark navy blue. I might have had a black one too. I might have had more than one.
No, mine's dark navy blue.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yep. I remember these. I think Rita and I had a pair. I think hers was silver and mine was blue. I guarantee you, I have one of these in a drawer somewhere. But that's what I'm thinking.
Start it up.
Yeah. I remember. I set it up to have a clock in the outside display that looked like a watch, and then it would flip off. Yeah, and then it would display the incoming call, so you didn't have to pick it up, right? You didn't have to open
goodness.
it. Yeah.
That was a baller phone at the time.
It's a baller phone now. It's so retro. It's so retro, St. Michael. It's now-tro.
What are we going to do about Jimmy? What are we going to do about all this asteroid thing and stuff?
I know. You know what you do, Michael? Right now, say Gobekli Tepe, because we're at the end of the show.
I know. I love you, bro. I love you, Jimmy. I love Gobekli Tepe. And you know what? Quitspiracy. I love that guy.
It's the best show
Canadian,
ever.
By the way.
I know he is. Best show ever. St. Michael, Gobekli Tepe.
Gobekli Tepe. Cheers. Love you, bro.
Yeah, great way to end the show tonight with St. Michael from Saskatoon. I've been to Saskatoon. I have. What a great show tonight. Hanging out all night in the YouTube chat room. You guys are the best. I totally abandoned Twitter tonight. So anyway, Fade to Black's executive producer is Rita Camariano. Show's produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Bateau, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA, The Planet. Yeah, I got to get me one of these Motorola V360s. I'm serious. It's so retro, it's now-tro. Fade to Black is owned and copyrighted 2020 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be downloaded, rebroadcast, or copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll see everybody on Monday. Until then, be safe. Go Beckley Teppy.